Well, say hello to your new golf coach, okay? First, I'd like to take a minute and introduce myself to you. I'm Steve Cornetta. I am glad to be here, and I'm glad you're out there too. You know, since 1996, every year I conduct more golf clinics and classes and seminars in schools for struggling recreational golfers than anybody in the world. Now, nobody does more with you than me. I'm not here to be coaching Tiger Woods. Is that okay? Now, should I ever get the call, I can probably do that job just fine. Now, coaching Tiger Woods to swing a golf club might be the easiest job in America. Would you buy that? Well, let me ask you this. Who has the difficult task, Tiger Woods golf coach or Steve? Yeah, I guess who I get to deal with every week. I get to deal with you guys. But you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way because you are the game of golf, not them. Without each one of you and your participation in this sport, I'll bet you Phil Mickelson and the whole gang of them, they'd all be looking for a job right now if it weren't for you. Golf is 50 million struggling recreational golfers, not 200 people on television. Now, how many of us have already made the decision that this sport will be our sport for the rest of our lives? Is anybody thinking about quitting? Yeah. Now let me ask you something about this sports skill that we've all chosen to do now for the rest of our lives for our fun and enjoyment. Swinging a golf club with correct fundamentals. Is that why you're watching this? Good. I want to ask you right now. Swinging a golf club with correct fundamentals, is it natural and instinctive or unnatural and therefore must be learned? Which is it? That's right, it is an unnatural physical skill, so therefore it must be learned. But now we know that because of that golf course out there, learned isn't good enough. You know this must become overlearned. When a physical skill becomes overlearned, what will happen for you? It will hold up under stress without thinking or trying. And every time I share with you in stress or under stress, where is that? Where do we play this game? And don't say in your head. Golf is played at a golf course. The stress of a golf course. You know, the first tee, 20 people watching you, and there's a lake sitting out there in front of you. That's stress. How many of us want to improve? Good. What will we have to practice, review, and rehearse for the rest of our lives if we want to improve? Natural, instinctive swing movements or the unnatural? Which is it? That's right. If we are not rehearsing the unnatural, we're not learning how to do this. What would you bet 50 million golfers in America practice? The unnatural or what's instinctive? Which one? That's right. 50 million golfers practice what's natural, what's instinctive. It won't work. It will never work, or it would have worked a long time ago. Millions of golfers swing golf clubs with natural instinctive swing habits. I have a name for them, okay? You know what it is. I call them arm swingers, right? Now here's what an arm swinger does. Millions of golfers will get this golf club up to the top of the backswing, and if we're an arm swinger, that golf club's going to get up to the top of the backswing a little quick, huh? Now if we're an arm swinger at the top of the backswing, guess what happens now? Oh, here it comes. The arms go first and violent, and the legs are trailing, and this is backward. An arm swinger will shoot 90 to 120 for a lifetime. There are approximately, do we have any arm swingers out there? There's about 40,000 arm and leg players in the United States and Canada. Now the arm and leg player is pretty good, you know, played by the rules. The arm and leg player is going to go shoot scores of, you know, like 77 to 85. How many of us be happy with that? Yeah, I know. The arm and leg player is good, can do better. The arm and leg player, first, the golf club is going to arrive at the top of the backswing with a little slower, better rhythm in the upper body than that first one. And then at the top of the backswing, the arms, hips, and thighs are all going at about the same time in the downswing. It's okay, not great. Then there's a select few that really know how to do this, even in stress. For everybody out there watching, if we do this, At the worst, we're going to shoot scores in the mid to low 80s, and probably we're much better than that, provided we can putt a little. Can everybody putt a little? I had a guy in one of my classes last week, he said, well, I putt a lot. For the rest of our lives, every time we swing this thing, first, we want to get this golf club up to the top of the backswing with the entire upper body. Everything up here will now be in a state of massive relaxation. I mean massive, so that now maybe we'll have a chance at least. The big muscles of our hips and thighs are going to swing the golf club in the downswing like we're supposed to do. These swing habits, everybody, will look like this here. I'm going to do this one time slowly so that you can see the movement. And for right now, just try to focus on this, around the hips area. We'll get the golf club to the top of the backswing, upper body relaxed and passive, and we'll do it nice and slowly, and it will look about like so. Now, if we want to play well, do we? Then we're going to have to do that. We must become what I call a leg player now, right? Does everybody remember that's what Jack Nicklaus wrote in his book. He wrote in his book, golf is played, down here, not up here, long time ago.